About to mow right now. You know how we do it. Mower, trimmer, blower, and that's it. I got 8 yards I'll do for sure, and that's $370. And I might do this 9th yard, which is kind of like a leaf cleanup. We'll see. Other than that, we're just gonna get it done. It's nice outside. Let's do it. And this day, I'm not gonna focus so much on the clock. It's 10:41, super late start. I was hanging out with my chickens, and I'm gonna be going in 2 different areas. Usually I have them separated by the day, but I'm playing with my schedule this year, and right now I'm just kind of lumping it all together. So we're just gonna make the money. It's still not gonna take a long time. 8 yards should still take like 4 hours, but just not as tight as my other vlogs. But other than that, chilling. Here's what we got. I'm gonna eat this for breakfast. I'm gonna eat this whole box. Then I'm gonna have this. Then I'm gonna have this. It's terrible food, but it's easy, and I'll eat good when I get home. Just look at how tiny these yards are. This isn't all of the houses in San Antonio, but this is just one little neighborhood I mow in, and I love it because look how small these yards are. And I can charge 50 bucks for a front and back. So just food for thought. Dun, 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 dun. Look, if you want to be my neighbor, you can buy this house right here. So I've been mowing, and I'll put pictures somewhere on the screen, but the yards have just been yellow and dormant, and haven't been that pretty. So now they're finally getting green enough to where I feel comfortable showing them and not just showing myself mowing a bunch of yellow dormant grass with like 5% greenery. So let's get it popping. You know how we do. X Mark 30 commercial S series, the one for $2,000 with the Kawasaki. I've had the other one, the one for $2,300 with the Kohler. I like this one better. It's smaller and lighter. I just prefer it. This is for trash. Uno gas can. I keep my mower gas at the house. This is just for the handhelds. BG86 blower, this little baby, and my little FS70. So that's my tools, and that's how I roll. I have a backpack blower. Don't bring it. I have another edger. Don't usually use it. I just like to keep it simple. Shout out Mr. Keep It Simple on YouTube. I think for sake of not finishing late because I started late, I'm just going to show the mowing, but you already know. Got the edging done. Let's see if I can do this with one hand. Ugh. Dun, dun, dun. Just like that. Ta-da, done. So, and I'll put the timestamp somewhere of me starting and finishing. I think it took like 20 minutes or less, but the whole point of these videos isn't to show you, look how beautiful my yards are, because my yards aren't perfect. And it's not to show you, look how beautiful my long hair is. I'm just showing you what I've been doing for these past years. And is it perfect? No. Are my yards perfect? No. But is it a business that I can run on my own and provide for myself and feed my tummy and my family's tummy with by just working a lot and just picking up customers with this truck? It is that. So if you want to do something like this, whether it's long hair or detailing or construction, remodeling, I don't know, you can do whatever the hell you want to do. But I just want to show you that if I can do it, you can do it too. You don't have to work for somebody. You can just set up shop on your own and just buy a used 2003 Silverado from Craigslist for $2,400 and build a business that makes you $300, $400, $500 a day with it. And your mower could cost almost as much as your truck. You could do whatever you want. It's your life. So I'll just show you how I roll, hopefully to inspire you to do something cool with your own time like I did. Ta-da! And this right here, this is for, there's a lot of people who comment on my videos and they see $50 bi-weekly and they assume that that means $50 a month and I'm making 25 per mow or 22.50 per mow when it says $45. I'm not mowing for 20 bucks and I don't think you should be either. Here, so check this message right now. This is the yard I just did. I'll show you the pictures and everything. I picked them up in February of last year, so it's been a year. So he left me a voicemail. I'm not going to read everything, but I said, can you send me pictures? He said, can't send some photos. And then I said, I could take a look. So he said, all right. So right here, I'll read this out loud. I just took a look at the yard. So with the yard and backyard, of course, it's very overgrown because it was super overgrown. It's first time mowing it. There's a certain type of thick weed that gives the back such a hard time to mow down. So basically, I just worded it telling them it's a lot of work. So basically, I said for the first time, it's going to be $90. And then after that, it's $50 per visit every 2 weeks. So read that right there. $50 per visit every 2 weeks. That clearly means $50 per mow. If you want to mow twice a month, that's $100 per month. So nowhere here does it say $25 per cut, $25 per mow. I'm telling him, for me to come mow your yard front and back, it's $50 per visit, and I think a bi-weekly schedule will be fine. So every 2 weeks, I'll be there, and I'll mow the yard. $50 per visit, $100 per month. So he said, all right, let me talk to my wife, and I was like, oh, shit. And then he said, all right, can we do it? And I said, sure. So I said, here's when I'll be there, and then boom, right here. Here's the yard that you just saw right there. Front yard, it looks a little different. Backyard had way more grass. I think he bought some dogs. That's why it's all dying and stuff. But, excuse me, I just wanted to show that to you guys. I'm not mowing for $25 per visit. I don't think you should be either. If people will pay for a good job well done and consistency. So that's that, $50 per mow. And you could charge a lot for the first time. I don't have a picture of the first time, but it was tall enough to warrant a $90 visit. And then from there, it's $50 per visit. If I have any more, I'll send them. But sometimes they're so long ago, I lose the text messages. One thing I've learned is the concept of resistance, as in you got to do something, but your body is doing everything to stop you from doing that thing, is it never ends. I still face resistance with starting my workday sometimes and starting my computer work. And in fact, the more money I've made, the more my business has grown, the more resistance I face. So if you're starting something, realize that the resistance that you face now, it's going to 10x, and you're going to have even more in the future with the more that you have on the table for what you can gain. So it never goes away. In fact, it just grows more, the resistance. The flow state feels great. Everybody's felt the flow state, and it's just kind of hard to get into it. But once you get into it, it's like magic. So I'm in it now, so I'm going to turn the phone off. And it feels good. I think you should be in the flow state too. So this yard, this one's probably my most weedy yard, and this homeowner, she's super cool. Her name's Dee. She's renting. She never wanted fertilizer. She never wanted weed control. She just wants her existing green stuff mowed down. So that's what I do. So just want to throw that out there. Customer's happy. I'm happy. We're all happy. Just mow the yard. Pretty much just that part right there, but this yard's done. And let me give you one more final perspective since I'm home editing this video now. These are all the people trying to get me to go out there and take on their yards. They're people calling me all the time. It's kind of overwhelming. I just downloaded this app called Sideline on the right, which is basically a way for you to disguise your phone number and get a new separate one, separate from your personal number if you've been using your personal like me. But I have so many people calling me. I could drop all of these quote-unquote ugly yards in a heartbeat, but I like these customers that I work with. It takes a long time to find a customer who's flexible and easy to work with, and if their yard isn't perfectly lush grass, that's fine with me. I'm still super happy with these yards, so I could replace every single one of my last customers in a heartbeat because I have so many damn people calling me. But I don't want that. I like what I have right now, and I like working with who I'm working with, so just think about that. Of course, there's always grass on the greener other side, but I like what I'm doing, and you don't always have to be chasing something else. You could be content with what you got, and then whenever you want to grow, you can grow whenever you want. So when I look back at my old work vlogs, people will comment and they'll say more work vlogs, and it's just hard to recreate those moments and to top them because I really was pouring my heart out in every single one of those videos. And sometimes I'll start filming and I just feel like I can't amount to that. And I guess this whole point is just the case of perfectionism. It's better just to do something, because as soon as you don't do it and you talk yourself out of it, it never happens, and the perfectionism will stop you from creating. But just realize nothing is perfect, and it's better just to do than to just put it off. This lawn care business isn't perfect. My online business isn't perfect. Are they badass? Yeah, but nothing is perfect, so don't ever chase perfection, and don't let social media or anything fool you into thinking that there's something better that you could always be doing. That's called shiny object syndrome, and it never ends. It's better just to pick something and do it as good as you can and just see what will happen. I feel like I really thought nobody would ever listen or watch my YouTube channel about lawn care. I would think that's the most boring thing. No one's gonna watch it. But I just posted a video and it took off, and then now we're here. So you can do something that only you know how to do better than me, better than anybody, and you could teach it or you could provide value. And the whole reason that my channel blew up, I think, is because I provided helpful content and I just showed people how to do stuff. And that's it. If you just help people, your channel will grow. If you want subs, but you shouldn't even want subs because it's a never-ending battle. It's never enough subs, never enough money. Just try to help people and it will all work itself out. I think as time goes on and we get older, life in general it just compounds in how much shit you experience and go through, and your highest highs and lowest lows. Like me myself, I just went through like the craziest bout of depression I've ever went through in my life, and I might make a video about it because I feel like I learned so much. But in a nutshell, if you're going through depression, it just feels like it comes in waves, like a week at a time, 4 to 5 days at a time, and then nothing works. Everything takes too much effort. You don't want to move, and you're watching time go by so slow, and anything is just too much to get up and go, and nothing makes sense. And especially when you're doing the best on paper in terms of money and business at the same time, it just makes everything extremely confusing, and it's like being in the worst stage of hell I've ever felt. And then you hit rock bottom, and then you realize nothing is working, and you're doing all this stuff, like whether it's drugs or you're purging yourself of all these bad things that are just temporarily fixing you. You hit rock bottom, and then you realize the only way I can go from here is up because I've hit rock bottom. And then that's where I'm at right now. I just hit rock bottom mentally, and then now I just realize everything is fucked. So I might as well just try to fix everything and just start fresh and make it as good as I can. And now I'm here. So I'll probably make a video about it some other time. But if you're going through depression, money, subs, views, business, everything, that just probably makes it even more confusing because people think you're doing so good, but you're not. And it's just funny, but I won't bore you to that. I'm happy now. I got my birthday cake protein bars, and just like with anything, the depression will pass. And I think I've read that if you don't find the root cause of it, then it's just going to come back in another wave. It's going to be triggered by something else, then it's going to come back twice as hard. And I can attest to that. It comes back twice as hard. I've never felt as bad as I did these past couple of days, but it passed because I had the mental rock bottom hit me, and then I said, oh, okay, well, let's make some moves and let's make it better. But if you don't fix the root cause of what's causing it, then it's going to come back and it's going to fuck you up. So I'm trying to do what I got to do, and you will too. And I'm just saying all this just to realize that I'm a human, you're a human. Even though you watch my videos, we're all the same, and money doesn't mean shit. Views doesn't mean shit. We're all human with emotion and needs. So that's it. Oh yeah, also I ordered an aerator, this one right here, $3,600. Damn, but that's how much a good aerator costs. So I can start blasting these yards and getting them done. Ta-da! 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 before I forget, because I will forget, yes, there's overhead, but with a small operation like this, my overhead ongoing is just fuel, which is like $70 a month for my truck and my equipment and insurance. And that's like less than $200 total for everything. So that's all my overhead. I don't need new tools, so I don't buy new tools. I don't buy new clothes. I don't need new office supplies. I don't need a computer. I have everything that I need. I have everything I need to run my business. The only thing that's ongoing is fuel and insurances, and maybe a random repair for my mower or truck, which is very, very infrequent. So that's my overhead. And taxes, I don't know where you live. I don't know what your structure is, but my accountant said put aside 20%, roughly 20 to 25% for taxes. So that's what I do. And I'll just be on the generous side and I'll put away 20%. So that's it. That's overhead. That's taxes. And that's it. Your business is running. Every business that's legal will have to pay taxes. So if you want to be under the table, that's cool. Do what you got to do, boo. But if you want to have statements and income to show, to get a house, to get a place to live, to get a car, to get more loans, then you should show your money, or else you're never going to get it. I think the bank just wants to see that this guy's not a crook. This guy's playing the game, paying his taxes, so we'll give him this mortgage. We'll give him this loan for this investment property. We'll give him this stuff. So just pay Uncle Sam. It's just money. You're going to make more. You're going to make a lot more. But the thing I think about the most is, again, this business, it provides me with a lot of money, and I do enjoy it. If I didn't enjoy it, I wouldn't still be here doing this for this long. But the whole point I want to get across is I want to teach people. I don't want to say that. I just want to show people that just pick something, whatever business it is, and get your money straight to where you don't got to worry about your bills. You don't got to worry about, am I going to pay rent this month? You don't got to worry about, can I feed my family? You can do a business, and whatever you do, you're going to make money from it if you enjoy it and if you stick with it and get better at it. So whenever your money is secured, you can just cross that hierarchy of need from the pyramid. And there's obviously so much deeper things like stimulation, connection, community, family, love. Those are the more important ones, but the money is just so straightforward and black and white. So get your money straight, and then from there, everything else, you can finally make decisions that get to the bigger picture of like, how can I be a happier person? How can I help the world? You can't help others until you help yourself. So go get a goddamn mower, a goddamn trimmer, a goddamn blower, go get a goddamn truck from Craigslist, and then start making money. Set up a business, recurring income, week in, week out. You're making these $300, $400, $500 days weekly. And then once the money's set, you can just cross it off, and then you can worry about the bigger questions in life. So that's just what I think about. Like, I'm making my money. I'm going to make, I don't know, $400 or $500 a day after everything because I took on another yard. And then it's it. I got money, and I'm going to make more money the rest of this week, and I'm going to make more money after this week. And then, okay, so now I can think about the deeper, more existential questions and what to do with my free time, because by the time I get done with work, all my friends are still at work, and I just spend a lot of time by myself. So I figure out, how do I conquer spending a lot of time by myself? Maybe I'll post more YouTube videos. I don't know. But that's it. This is the most cheesy quote of all time, but it's so true, and that is this right here. Nothing works except for work. It's so lame, but it's so true. Like, no matter what you do, whether you're looking for a get-rich-quick scheme or a magic formula or something, good luck with that. But if you just work, put on your big boy boots, and go work, then you're moving the needle, and that's what matters, and you're getting closer. And the crazy thing is, I do these yards week in, week out, year after year after year, and to the untrained eye, it might look like, oh, he's still mowing for $50 these yards. But in reality, every time I show up these next 2 weeks, I got a bigger bag, I'm richer, I've matured, I've grown. In 2 weeks, like, a lifetime of experiences can happen from mental to physical. And every time I show up to these yards week after week, I feel like I'm a whole different person, and I have a lot more under my belt. Not just money, but just a whole lot of growth mentally. So yeah, it's mowing in and out, but these little mows, these little $50 yards that I tuck away into my bank account week after week after week provide me with a way to travel the world, to buy whatever I want, to give whatever I want, because I give a lot more than I buy for myself. I wear the same dirty clothes every day from Walmart and H&M, super cheap. I drive a used truck. I do all this stuff, and I love giving to my friends. I love taking my friends out to eat. I love giving my friends presents. I love just randomly surprising them with things that they can use for their business. And yeah, I don't know where I was going. I saw these hoodlums right here, then I got distracted. I kind of live in the ghetto, honestly. So Texas is wildin'. Hello.
Hello.
¿Cómo está? Do you want the yard mower, or do you want to let
Yeah.
it mow it? Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Okay, I'll go start mowing it right now.
Okay.
Okay, gracias.
Okay, something like that.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to bother you. See, I tried to record that, but it was kind of awkward and I had the camera wrong. But this yard, I asked him, I was like, do you want me to mow it? If he says no, that's fine. But if it's ready for it, I'm happy to do it. So I think that's important too. I would never press someone's elbow to the ground and say, let me mow. I ask him, even though I might not make the money, it's like, well, if he says yes, I'm happy. And if he says no, then I wouldn't want somebody to mow my yard if I didn't want them to mow it either. So that's that. So I asked him and now we're going to do it. And they're neighbors, by the way.
If I get my settlement,
Big settlement and medium.
I don't want a big settlement because I want workers to come through.
Work.
This
Yeah.
one of these days they're gonna have to get because my leg inside shrinking a little bit.
Ah.
So this one they're gonna make it smaller.
Oh. So it's ta-da! Zoop, 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 zoop. I usually talk to him for a little bit after I mow his yard. He's cool though. I like talking to him. So this is all done, and then now let's go home. Damn, one of my lights came on. So these guys right here, 3 people. It looks like a commercial company. Maybe one of them's the boss, maybe not. But they're doing some rock type stuff. I waved to that guy twice. He didn't wave back. He's my neighbor. It's weird. But so it's like you can have whatever business you want. If you want to roll around and do giant $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 landscape jobs and have 1, 2, 3 workers you're managing and stuff, that's cool. You could do that. Nothing wrong with it. But if you just want to be solo and just roll around with skateboards, basketballs, cookies, make 400, 500, 600 a day on your own, you could do that too. So there's just different strokes for different folks, and there's no right or wrong. It's about doing what you want. I like being on my own, doing my thing, but that's just me. So what, 2:43, when did I start? I don't even remember. 10:30, so 11, 12, 1, 2. So about 4 hours if my math is correct. I did 9 yards, I think $430 after everything with a $10 tip included. So 430, 4 hours, that's not bad. If I don't make 500, I don't care. I still made 430. And then if that yard, that just means that usually, I just started studying right there. But I don't mind making 430. The next time, usually I'll make like 550 the next day, because if I roll the yards over, they're still gonna get done. It's just the days are switching. But regardless, I think $100 a day is enough to change someone's life. So by making 400 or 500 a day, it just becomes like a whole weird perspective and level. But honestly, on a whole different topic, like how much you make is important, but how much you save in your cost of living and the way that you maneuver and spend and save your money is so much more important. So making money is important, yeah, but that's just like surface level. But I don't want to make this video too long. I made enough money to be happy with myself to go home. I still got a bunch of work to do to edit this video, reply to everybody I'm working with. Oh yeah, so all that too. If you enjoy these videos and it gives you inspiration and motivation, then that's really all that I want. But if you want help with your business, if you want to work with me and communicate one-on-one and follow everything that I use to build my business, if you want to do that, just go to my website. There's more info on it. But other than that, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you have grass in your hair just like me, so I'm not alone. And yeah, life is good. And that's pretty much it. I don't know. Okay, peace out. MakeMoneyMowing.com.